Incoming transmission.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the GSL Codas. We are going to be wrapping up the round of 8. And, of course, after this, it'll be the final day of Season 2. We're going to have the round of 4 in the finals just a little bit over a week from now on Saturday.
Yeah, next Saturday in a bigger arena. But before we get there, Group B of the GSL. And I think this is going to be one of the most exciting days of the GSL.
Yeah.
All year. All Protoss and Zerg. No Terrans.
No Terrans allowed.
You guys already have Maru and Kira in the top 4. We don't need another one. But herO, Creator, Dark, and DRG going to be the lineup today. And we're going to have a deep dive, not into just PvZ, but also a little bit of the taste of the mirror matchups, too, starting out.
Yeah, we're going to start this out with a PvP and then go to a ZvZ. And, yeah, we'll get to see what exactly PvZ is looking like after we get these mirror matchups out of the way.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. From everything that I've heard and also the games that I've seen, it seems like PvZ for the first time in a really long time might be a little bit Protoss favored, which honestly, for me, it's a little bit of a welcome change.
Sure.
But
we can look at the stats down here. It looks like a 54% vote here for herO. We do have Creator at the lowest amount. Look, Creator, he's gone to GSL finals before. I feel like he's this guy who's been with us since the very beginning. I guess literally he has been with us since the very beginning. Has not won a GSL yet, unlike many of his peers. But I think he's still got a shot to advance today.
I wouldn't be surprised if both herO and Creator advanced today from the GSL. And that's not because I think Dark or DRG are washed or weak right now, but Creator, his best matchup for basically his entire career has been PvZ. And his PvP also, he's not a slouch. Really just PvT is his weakness and has been for a long time.
Right.
I could see them both advancing. And guys, keep in mind, June 29th, Saturday, 5 p.m. KST. Not on Thursday and not in the typical venue.
Yeah, the finals is not in the studio that we're in right now. So it's not in the studio you're used to seeing. In fact, this studio is about an hour and a half away from where this studio is. It's on the other side of Seoul. We're over here on the southeast side of Seoul right now. This studio is deep in the west. It is where we were hosting Valorant last year, if you came to any of those events. It's going to be in Digital Media City. This one's a little bit harder to get to. I guess none of our studios are that easy to find, right? We're not like just right next to the train station. So if you're going to come to the finals, come early. Tickets go on sale tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Look, guys, tickets sell out in about under 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you want to try to snipe a ticket. Throughout the rest of GSL, some days we have a lot of people in the audience. Other days it's pretty light, but the finals have consistently always sold out.
Even in a bigger venue like that one, it's going to sell out guaranteed within 5 minutes. So make sure that you go, get those tickets as soon as possible.
And by the way, if you are going to come, keep in mind that this is like a theater setting, so there's seats. So we can't really bend the rules and get extra people in. There's just literally nowhere to be. They don't let people just fill up the seats in the aisles and everything. So, get that ticket.
Get that ticket very early. And also, something very cool that we heard about, there's going to be an Esports Hall of Fame StarCraft 2 special exhibition in the same building that we're going to be having the GSL Finals. It starts on Tuesday. And honestly, if I were you, I would just go the same day the GSL Finals is going to happen. It's the same building, saves you a trip.
On the 11th floor. I think our actual finals, I know it said in the graphic.
15th.
I think it's like the 15th? Okay. But yeah, go. We're going to have photos of all the players, old trophies. It's a little bit of a pop-up museum.
Yeah, and it's cooler than it might sound. When I originally heard about it, I thought it would just be, photos and like just some cool memorabilia, but they're actually borrowing trophies and jerseys from the pros. So I think every single one of Maru's GSL trophies is going to be there, which is enough to just fill up a museum in its own right.
Just one museum alone for his trophies. Another thing as well is there is the Esports Museum. I don't know if you knew about this. There's a Korean Esports Museum in that building as well.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's part of this museum that's going to be there or not, But I have been there. I actually filmed a bunch of content. I meant to make a YouTube video about it. But there's a whole Korean esports museum there.
Yeah, so the finals, they start at 5 p.m. on Saturday. The doors open at 4. I would recommend getting there maybe 2 or 3 and just go check out the exhibition, get a coffee.
Yeah, there's some coffee shops around there. But it's a little bit of a trickier place. So it's going to be at the S-Plex Center for all that information. By the way, guys, well, we have our brackets. We're just moving through these.
We're going quick.
The graphics are coming up faster than we can talk about them. Here's our lineup today, as we were talking about earlier. 2 Protosses and 2 Zergs.
Yeah, herO, formerly on DKZ, now rebranded to Weibo Gaming. Creator also representing Blacklist International Esports. As we continue to have StarCraft 2 players get picked up ahead of the EWC later on this year.
Yeah, you know, I think one of the things the EWC did that was really smart is that there are MVP awards for every different game. And so that means that every team has to have a StarCraft player. So it's a really great thing. Sometimes these bigger esports, they can swallow up all the budget of a team. And then, you know, there isn't a place for some of the smaller esports like StarCraft 2 is today or Tekken or, you know, these other games that we all know about, but they don't have, you know, the size and scope of like CSGO as an example.
Yeah, and they have that one prize. I don't know if this is the one that you're mentioning with MVP, but it's something like Best Esports Club Award.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's some ridiculous prize pool.
Right.
And so everyone wants to get their hands in basically all of the games, and it's so exciting because that means we have teams like Cloud9 getting involved, we have Team Liquid picking up more players, we have all these other orgs getting invested in StarCraft 2 esports, and it's really fun to see. And Creator, he wants to go to the new arena too, the Coliseum. We're having the finals on next week.
Yeah, Creator, you know, maybe this is a little bit old because I say this just about every time we get deep into GSL, but is this going to be his one? You know, GSL is now 13 years old, which is crazy to think. And Creator was here in like season 1 and 2. Maybe season 2 was his first one, but is he going to be able to take one? You just got to win a few best of 3s and best of 5s.
I feel like this is maybe his best chance, at least to make it to the semifinals.
Sure.
This group, it almost feels like it's tailor-made for Creator to advance to the semifinals already. He is got one of the best PBZs in the entire world. His PvP also not a slouch by any means. I was actually watching Creator versus herO in some of the ESL Open Cups recently, and Creator can take series off this guy. A single best of 3 PvP, it's a chaotic matchup. A lot can happen. I feel like if Creator wins this series, I almost have him a shoo-in to make it to the top 4. I mean, this guy's just so rock solid. Give him 2 chances. We're going to find out if he can make it. Guys, Group B starting now. herO versus Creator to kick things off. Our game is loaded up. Let's start Group B.
Okay, herO in the bottom right, Creator in the top left. And, you know, PvP statistically, this is the shortest matchup now. In StarCraft 2, it doesn't have to be short. In fact, I think late game, if you can get a really long PvP where they're both taking up so much of the map, that could be really exciting to see. But yeah, especially in GSL, we seem to have pretty short explosive games.
Yeah, maybe a lot of one-base timings. Oh my God, talk about explosive games. We're going to have a cannon rush coming in from herO.
Oh, I'm glad you pointed that out. I wasn't even looking for that.
Whoa, this is so meta. Creator is going for the low ground wall in, and herO's going to try and cannon rush the second probe already arriving. I don't think he can fit a cannon behind that spot. I'm not completely...
I think you can.
Maybe. I think the ramp might be messing with it just a little bit. You can see how much respect Creator is showing.
No, he's got one.
You can fit a cannon.
Yeah, that's why he did it. That's why he put that probe back there.
This is crazy.
But the pylon's almost down.
Yeah, I feel like that cannon's going down.
This many probes can kill a cannon that's warping, right?
I think the math is 3 probes if you get it before the cannon is halfway done, 4 if it's after it's halfway done. We'll be able to shut it down. So both these cannons should be getting denied.
The one on the right, 100% goes down.
This one might get a couple shots in before it goes down, but I feel like this is pretty much thwarted. Yeah, he just cancels it, and herO throws down a gateway at home. Creator not hesitating at all. He pulled so many probes, and he just deflects this cannon rush right from the beginning. I didn't even know you could hide a cannon in that spot. You can tell I'm an honorable Protoss when I'm on the ladder. I don't know these tricks.
No, that's wild to see. You know, we had, you remember this GSL? This is before you were casted here, but the one where Partying just did the pylon block at the ramp where they didn't have that
I
blocking.
remember this.
Yeah,
the rocks were in the wrong spot.
Yeah, like the unbuildable plates
that was
or whatever.
Like solar or something he was up against or something like that. Yeah, that was crazy.
And so, yeah, but every once in a while you'll see some kind of crazy cannon rush like that. But you can see why we don't see it more often is that the math is already solved on that. Now, 2 Zealots are going across the map.
By the way, we did have a gas steal in Crater's base. I actually missed that because we only got a glimpse of it as it was warping in.
Well, you know, maybe, I don't know. It doesn't feel like a failed cannon rush into gas steal is the plan.
Yeah, this almost feels like a Brood War PvP right now with 2 Zealots walking into the main base here of herO.
So the Zealots are going to come in. Now, these can do quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Cybernetics Core only just now finishing. A second Zealot is about to pop here for herO, but he's already losing a couple of probes. Looking for this round right now with his. Crater with some nice focus fire, but look at the micro here by herO to bring that low HP Zealot back.
This really goes to show you how much damage you can eke out with those Zealots. So we have 3 kills so far. And this is going to be wrapped up in a second here. There's 2 more Stalkers being produced for the time being. Warp Gate inbound here as well. Now, for Creator, he's just expanding. So one of 2 things has to happen right away. Either herO expands himself and plays catch-up, or he's got to do an all-in. And I think with the proxied pylon over here, this is going to be an all-in.
Yeah, almost definitely. Warp Gate's about halfway done. I honestly feel like it's too late to even proxy tech. If I'm herO in this situation, I'm just throwing down another gateway. I'm going to go for a 3-gate, but instead it will be a robo. I'm worried for herO that this isn't going to kick in fast enough to actually stop Creator, because Creator, with his fast expand, his economy is booming right now. He's going to have a pretty sizable army set up to hold on, even adding an additional gateway.
So maybe this works. I would be stunned if Creator were to lose to this, just considering how tripped up herO has been since the beginning. Basically, at pro-level play, you're just not... Oh, he's going to get that one. Beautifully done. At pro-level play, you're just never supposed to be in a situation where, like, a cannon rush fails, and they still recover and win.
Yeah, Creator's defense was on point. Not even one cannon finished, so herO's tech is so slowed down going for this, and Creator comes into the main base. He sees no natural expansion. He sees the gateways morphing in. He knows something is proxied. He probably doesn't know exactly what the proxy is, but in this situation as Creator, it's either a robo or it's a 3 or 4 gate. Those are really the only options. And let's see if herO with this 1 Immortal is going to be able to bust it down, but Creator already throwing down another gateway in the main base. He's warping in more shield batteries than natural expansion. 4 shield batteries in production right now. And he starts an Immortal of his own.
This is all going to come down to whether or not Creator can hold. If he holds this, herO will leave. Unless, of course, it's like a super close trade. But I think even then, yeah, it's all going to come down to this moment. The push comes in. He does isolate 1 Stalker on the outside.
Yeah, there actually isn't that much here in terms of range for Creator. Just 1 Stalker remaining. Another one going to come in from the main base. That Cybernetics Core dangerously low on HP already.
If the core goes down, you cannot make more Stalkers. Zealots are not handy in a situation like this. Nice force field there is going to isolate 1 of the Stalkers on the outside.
I think he wanted to catch that Immortal, but just barely couldn't get it.
Yeah. A second Immortal is going to come out. It would be nice if he could catch this gateway on the outside, but the Stalkers and... oh, sorry, there's going to be some adepts. He's going to go up the ramp. Is this blocked? Does he have a probe here? He does.
He can wall it in.
Or can get inside.
Yeah, he actually doesn't throw down the pylon or shield batteries, so those Stalkers going to have to try and deal with it. Oh, no, this Immortal gets caught out. There is a force field available. It is going to catch the Immortal. Battery overcharge not going to be enough. Oh, it is! That's insane! The Immortal barely survives. I thought 100% that was going down, Tasteless.
I cannot believe that that survived. Keep in mind, guys, Creator is known to go on tilt. Okay, a lot of times he looks perfect until everything falls apart, and it's it's been his demon, so to speak, is trying to stabilize. By the way, another Adept's going to get in here. That's going to be more workers killed off.
And herO warped in more sentries trying to catch units with force fields, but Creator already has the Warp Prism out. That's going to negate the power of these sentries a lot in this situation, and this entire time, Creator's harvesting with about 10 more workers than herO. He is scaling better. herO needs to make a play happen, so he's going to go into the main base.
Yeah, he's going to elevator this up here. Oh, he kind of misplays that. One of the Mortals does not get out. He needs to just get a few more Stalkers up here, and he could probably cement his position. One of the sentries gets dragged down. Now, the Warp Prism can juggle the Immortals, but there's a Warp Prism as well here for Creator.
Oh, this might just be enough.
Force field.
Force field on the natural ramp is going to create a bottleneck. Probe's getting pulled right now for Creator. They're trying to mitigate the damage coming in from this army.
Another sentry is in the mix here. No more warp-ins yet for herO, but the cooldown is going to be done in a second. The push comes in further from Creator.
Yeah, and I think Creator, by the skin of his teeth, is going to be able to hold on. Those units reinforcing from the natural expansion, it felt like herO might have had one window. He is going to recharge for one last hurrah, but I'm not sure he has enough to take Creator down at this point.
Yeah.
A lot of probes did go down, but still, that expansion being up here for Creator is such a big factor.
And
wait,
again,
Creator's army's out here on the outside. Look at that.
What?
He might go in for a sandwich.
Well, if he can get on to where the pylon is, this could end up working. Beautiful force field there. Great punish.
The War Prism gets taken out, though. A little
Yeah.
bit overextended. There was Creator, and so now herO can micro quite well. Unfortunately for him, doesn't have enough energy on these sentries.
Okay, he's going to try to get this pylon. He does get it lowered enough. All that Creator has to do now is micro as best he can. He does not have the advantage of a Warp Prism, but these overwhelming numbers here on the ground should be enough to do it.
Yeah, man, what a hole by Creator. Starting
GG.
with a cannon rush defense and just carrying it through. herO made it a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
I
With
gotta
that
say,
timing, but
when I saw that Immortal on the outside taking damage, I thought, oh no. Like, Creator's going to fumble the ball again. Now, again, you know, it's funny. It's cool to see Creator hold that, but at the same time, I'm almost like more impressed with herO bungling a cannon rush and then still almost winning with a timing attack.
it was close.
By the way, guys, this is why cannon rushes are such a rare occurrence at pro-level matches, but still incredibly commonplace online. Is like, people can lose to cannon rushes. They're really hard to stop. They're really good. The issue is that there's almost no way to reverse the game if the cannon rush doesn't close it out.
Yeah, Creator knew exactly what to do. Which
At the
is
highest
just,
level, I should say. You can be masters, like low masters, and maybe people could still do it versus you, but when you get to like GSL Codex level, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, well, Creator shutting down herO's early aggression in game number 1. We're going to go to Golden Aura for game number 2. Creator one map win away from going to that winner's match. Can he close it out here against herO? Game is loaded up. Let's get to it.
Okay, herO here in the top left and Creator in the bottom right. I doubt we're going to have any more cannon rushes today.
I would be surprised if we did. I'm actually surprised already that herO's going for the low ground gateway here on Golden Aura. He's not usually the kind of player that you would expect to do this. I peg him more as a one-basing Protoss or early aggression Protoss, like a Stargate into expand type Protoss than a potential low ground expansion. But of course, with this low ground gateway, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be an expansion. It just kind of telegraphs that both to us as the casters and also to Creator as an opponent.
Yeah, it's at least the first couple building blocks of an expand. It'll definitely signal to his opponent it should be an expand. But yeah, let's see where the rest of the buildings are. Double gas right now for Creator. And that's going to be matched here by herO. Is a little bit later.
Yeah, herO with just one gateway as well. Hasn't thrown in the second one just yet.
Up, down. All right. Got the herO support here in the audience. Now, assuming that we do have an expand build here from herO, we're going to see it a little bit. You know, it'd be interesting to see if Creator could just close this one out with some kind of a push or some kind of a timing attack. I'm a little bit surprised herO went for the cannon rush. I kind of can't get over this. I just feel like it's unnecessary. I do think we all agree that herO is probably better than Creator PvP, but a cannon rush, maybe it's just that I perceive it as almost a lack of respect or something here. Even you know, Creator, even though he can choke sometimes or go on tilt, even then I don't think he'd be you know, the guy that would lose to it, right?
Yeah, his response was perfect, and herO here in game number 2 really switching it up with a one-gate expand into a Nexus.
Stargate on low ground.
Into a Stargate on the low ground, that's right. And one thing that's surprising about this, too, is that herO, he scouted Creator very early with a probe, and Creator, as a result of that, proxied one of his pylons on the map, just so that herO has the threat of a proxy. And despite the threat of a proxy and it being unscouted there for herO, he still went for the one-gate Nexus, he still went for the Stargate. And so he's going to continue to play this really defensive game. Creator behind of it going 2 Adepts into 2 Sentries, and then a Nexus follow-up will also be expanding. And I like this quite a bit for herO, the way the builds are lining up. He's going to have some pretty strong tech right now with the Stargate coming in. He should be able to wall in the natural expansion quite easily should those Adepts come cross map. And this expansion is going to be significantly faster.
Okay, Void Ray coming up.
And the Void Ray here is purely defensive measure for herO.
Yeah, it's sort of a catch-all for anything else that his opponent might throw his way. He's going to see that Void Ray's warping in. And so we're going to have the expansion up first here for herO. To be honest, a fairly uneventful start here to this game. Nobody really doing much other than herO expanding slightly ahead. I think Creator, though, smartly so, realizes he can't really punish this. There's not a whole lot he can do. And so we're going to go into two-base play.
I like herO canceling, going for the Oracle after the Shade finishes, by the way. Just a little bit more fog of war here for Creator, not letting him know what the game plan is. And Creator developing back at home is going to go really quick into a Twilight Council off of this. So I wonder if a blink timing might be in the cards here for Creator after scouting the tech of herO. Because herO, again, really committing to the Stargate tech. He's a player that very much favors Oracles in PvP, more so than your typical Korean Protoss. He just loves to play with this unit, whether it's a 1-gate expand or a 2-gate Stargate Oracle expand. He loves to mix in the Oracles, and as a result, a very strong blink timing could be an Achilles heel for him in a matchup like this one.
Yeah, it'll really mute the power of the Void Ray if you could just get right underneath it and kill it off.
Especially with sentries to hallucinate you onto the high ground. You also avoid the natural expansion choke point. You go straight into the main. And Blink's already started and a third gateway for Creator, so I'm feeling quite confident that it will be that timing attack. This could still just be Creator eventually expanding with 3-gate pressure as a follow-up, but I feel like you're up 1 game in a series against herO. You know exactly what he's going for because you have that hallucination scout coming in like this. Double scout even into the main base and the natural expansion. You see no robotics facility. You only see the Twilight Council and the Stargate there from herO. I almost feel like it would be a missed opportunity for Creator not to go for that kind of timing, but we'll see how he decides to play it. Actually, it's herO getting aggressive here with 4 Stalkers and a Void Ray.
Well, he's generating some threats out here, just outside the main. Peeks in there. It's a good thing he got out when he did. He would have been overwhelmed right there.
And it is going to be...
Yeah, he's going to set up for a push. And, I mean, I would assume Blink, maybe 15 seconds out, something like that. He will be moving out on the map in a second here. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I'm sorry. He's going to take a third base. When I saw that pylon out there outside the herO's natural, I thought 100% this is going to be a push soon. But
yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
I guess it's set up so that he can counterattack if he wants to. If let's say that herO tries to hit him.
Yeah, there's a gateway proxy too. I think we are just going to see.
Yeah.
He knows the timing of herO's blink is less than his, and so I'm wondering if Creator is just going to try and proxy this pylon and gateway to eke out any value he can from that blink stalker advantage. But overall, it seems like Creator is happy to go into a macro game. He's throwing down the robotics facility, throwing down a forge. He's continuing to probe back at home, and herO also taking a third base, actually going into Dark Shrine behind all of this. And these armies are going to meet in the middle of the map in a moment. Blink about to finish here for herO. For Creator, I think it's already done. Got to be careful, but that is a strong army. You don't really want to blink on top of that here as Creator, but he does. He's going to blink on top of the Void Ray, instantly charges, but he's going to lose at least a couple of Stalkers, and now Blink is done here for herO.
Yeah, this might be maybe 2 sentries too many for now. He throws a force field down. No Guardian Shield activated just yet. Creator's going to continue to try to push. Blink versus Blink here. Arcing around that is Creator, so herO has to back away. There is a Dark Shrine coming, by the way. We don't have any observers here, no detection for the time being. So that could completely flatten the push. Meanwhile, Oracle's here in the main doing a lot of damage. herO oversteps, though.
Yeah, herO overstepping, just trying to tax Creator's multitasking as much as possible. As a result, 6 workers do go down. There is 1 observer on the map, but I'm not sure where it is. If it's joining the army or if it's staying back at home. And there is a chance that DTs could get some damage done. That Dark Shrine almost finished. But Cannon's warping in, I think.
Yeah, there's an observer here to catch as well.
Yeah, Creator knows. It must have been a hallucination scout or...
Yeah, no, it seems like he's completely ready to counter it, so he must have spotted this when we were doing the play-by-play. But a push-up. Both players on 3 base. We're continuing to see development. A Forge is about to finish here for herO, signaling he's going to go for upgrades. He wants to try to power up. We don't have a Forge yet. Oh, no, I guess we do. I'm sorry for Creator. I must have missed that, too.
Yeah, Creator started his Forge a little bit earlier. That's how he has the cannon up in the natural expansion. And so these DTs just going to get parried immediately. The one entering the third base gets taken out. The Immortal is just going to hold position right there on the ramp. Observer should come in here in a moment.
All right, he takes that out. There's going to be a blink in over here.
Targeting the Nexus, maybe a little bit ambitious there for herO.
Yeah. Probably could have gotten maybe one worker instead, so somewhat inconsequential. 5 more gates are being made. A 4th base is started for herO, where Creator is powering up with those extra 5 gateways. So we could see a push. I mean, it's also possible that we just see a later Nexus here from Creator, but feels like when those 5 gateways finish up, there should be an opportunity production-wise for Creator to try to find something here.
Yeah, and I think even though he is taking another expansion, we are probably going to see a timing. The War Prism already starting for Creator. Charge is going to link up right at the same time that the Templar Archives is completing, so that should mesh really well for Creator's economy with his high gateway count. And it might lead into a timing, but I'm worried for Creator because herO, through this chip damage, has just slowly worked away at Creator's economy on the back of already having a faster natural expansion. So he was a pace ahead of Creator pretty much from the beginning of this game in terms of economy, and plus those Oracles just finding so much damage. And even though the DT harassment failed, you can see it in the supplies right now on the screen. It's 140 to 126. herO's at 77 workers to the sub 60 count here of Creator. And Creator is continuing to build cannons to try and mitigate the threat of Dark Templar drops, of Oracles coming into these expansions, but that's resources that aren't going to be invested in a later timing attack while herO's economy is just continuing to grow across the map.
Yeah, we're starting to get into late game PvP here. 4 base versus 4 base. Creator's Nexus just now going to finish up. We have a War Prism being made. Sometimes that can signal that you're going to actually do a push, but it's a situation where at the same time we have Creator actually moving out on the map. So obviously they should not be pushing each other. If you see 2 people meet in the middle of the map and fight, one of them's wrong. Yeah,
Creator is definitely going to commit to the push. He has stopped worker production for a long time despite taking that 4th base. It's almost a feign, and so here right now, he's all in defense. He has a double Robo with a Robo base set up. There is a stasis trap that's going to catch a big chunk of supply and also almost act as a force field here on this ramp. And so herO, with that confidence, going to move forward. Guardian Shield pops, and it's a great arc on top.
Oh my god, an Archon stuck in the back, not really doing any damage. Warpin's over here at the top to try to sandwich this position. A blink forward here from herO.
Yeah, the surround is huge coming in from herO, and the War Prism micro on the Archons as well. This is a great arc. The stasis trap, though, it has expired, so Creator, he has the full force of his army once again fighting on this ramp. herO's waiting for these double class A to pop. Link forward. Creator, you can tell he wants to get that War Prism, wants to mitigate the micro potential here from herO, and even go after these Robo units. Is he going to be able to get the Colossus? One more shot could do it. Oh, the stasis trap on the Stalkers! And Creator, he's getting fought back.
Yeah, did Creator overextend there? More Warpins are coming. The Colossus is going to stay in the game. He might want to try to time this out so he can attack back in as those other Stalkers are no longer frozen, but instead Creator going to attack up at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, Creator wants to create another problem here for Creator and said, herO's trying to mitigate this right now. Oh, Disruptor Shot going to pop. Only gets 1 Stalker, though. Creator with a really good spread also gets the Warp Prism.
Okay, herO's up against the ropes. 1 Colossus goes down. The battery's going to recharge it, but it's not enough. I think we are at the tipping point here.
Wow, Creator had 1 chance to make a timing work, and he absolutely seized it despite the clutch stasis traps coming in from herO. What an engage from Creator. I mean, the Disruptor Shot, it connects big, but just look at the army supplies. I think that's it, Tasteless.
Yeah, I gotta say, kind of a cool upset to start the evening off. It's gonna be a 2-0 victory here. Creator beating herO. You could feel the adrenaline pumping through Creator. You just look at him.
Yeah, that was a 6 series, and honestly, if Creator gave herO another 30 seconds, I don't think he wins that game.
Yeah.
He hit right before the 4-base economy would start to pay off. He hit right before the double Robo kicked in with all those key robotic spay units that herO needed to stabilize back at home. And Creator just saw his 1 chance and seized it after playing from what felt like behind pretty much all game. That was a very clutch timing attack. Creator is looking unstoppable right now, and he's going to work his way into the winner's match already.
Cool to see. Guys, short break. Coming up next, more mirror matchups. ZVZ, DRG versus Dark. We will be right back.
solo a week. I've been grinding every month, every year here comes the beast. All the haters try to doubt me, I don't even have to speak. Cause the proof is in the pudding, they gon' put me on repeat. Told my people watch, just you wait and see. Keep it going around the clock, there's only one of me. Sundown the sun up on me leap, I don't recognize defeat. Yeah, I specialize in triumph, you can't never mind this, never mind. What's the difference between heroes and villains? All it is their opposing missions. Yeah. And I already know how it's gon' end, cause I knew from the start that I was born to win.
I got medals round my neck, I'm cashing everybody's check. When it's sink or swim, I was born to win. I got medals round my neck, I'm cashing everybody's check. When it's sink or swim, you can't stop me, I was born to win. You can't stop me, cause I was born to win.
I'm reaching for the top, oh yeah, I'm going for the goal. It's the throne, that's my spot, no matter whatever you told. I don't see no competition, not to mention what I'm posed. Taking over, crashing sales.